If you're like most people, when they're asked what do they want out of life, they'll generally say they want to live life to the fullest. They want to have a bunch of money and travel around the world, as well as create core memories with really good friends. Now, if you're like me back in the day, that last one plagued me and I hated it. I couldn't control it. I literally had no friends. And so over the years, it took time for me to understand, like, why was I like this? I saw other people and said, why do they get it and I don't? And after really formulating an idea, in this video, I'm gonna give you the step-by-step guide on how to build a social circle in any city that you're in, especially in the one that you're living in right now. So let's get into it. So the first one, getting out of the house. Now the mindset is no one gives a fuck about your life and your social life more than you do. So no one cares. And that is liberating because you got to understand that when no one cares, when you have that idea, it's all up to you. Everything's up to you, which is great. There's no other outside influences that are going to dictate to you whether you have a fruitful social life or a non-fruitful social life, a good social circle or a bad social circle. It's all up to you. You have to go to places that are social, okay? If you are going to the library to meet people, that is fine, but understand the library doesn't allow you to talk. If you go to a nightclub or a bar, that's whole premise is about being social, socially lubricating through a substance that a lot of people need, okay? Going to a place that's inherently, the whole premise is to be social with other people, I would be going to those places. Now, you have to couple this simultaneously with getting your dating profiles as well as your Instagram on point. This is going to be the way that you're going to show value. If you are going to a new city and you don't know anybody, you can know people based on this app that we have called Instagram, which actually globalized the sexual marketplace. So you're able to go talk to girls that you need to go talk to in order to build a social network that you need to do, as well as know the right nightclubs, know the right promoters, know the cool spots to be at, know what are the bad spots to be at, the bad nightclubs. So you want to get those handled. You want to be a high valued dude, take high valued photos in high valued areas and literally learn how to DM people. The second thing about that is you're going to say, well, Sam, does that mean I have to go out alone? Yes, it does mean you have to go out alone, okay? Even if you rock up to the club with 10 of your homies and say this one line, hey boys, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. You are alone. No one in that environment knows that you know no one except for you. As soon as you rock out of your 10-person posse, go to the bathroom, you're alone, okay? So no one knows that you don't know anybody. Second thing you've got to also couple that with is being so talkative and talk to every single person possible. Any way you can offer value to these people, you're going to be doing that. Ways I've explained to you. Promoters, managers, and bar staff, as well as security guards, what is one thing that is very valuable to them? Okay, you can tip them. Yeah, everyone says tip everyone. That is fantastic. The other, great thing you can do is buy them Red Bull, buy them energy. Okay, the reason why this works so well, like, hey bro, I got your Red Bull, here you go. Hey bro, I got you a Red Bull. The reason why it works is because they are inherently tired. They literally work a graveyard shift. And in the daytime, if you're not getting your room set up pitch black, you know that their sleep schedule is absolutely crap. If you give them energy, the low emotions, the low feelings that they feel is then practically gone because you gave them a Red Bull. All of those good emotions, them feeling more awake, them feeling more alert. Who is those emotions being thrown on? You. That is one way you can do that. That is fundamentally amazing that I've seen it time and time and time again. Now, the second thing you can do is buy bottles and buy booths. But you're like, Sam, I don't have anyone to do that stuff with. I don't have where I can spend all that money and go connect with the people because I don't know anybody. This is where it comes into. When you're being social with people in the nightclub, what you have to do is go up to groups and introduce yourself. Now, if you're like, hey, how are you? It ain't working, okay? Just so you know, been to thousands of nightclubs, hey, how are you? That can work. But you've got to understand that you doing that and you feeling those feelings is probably not going to work because it's going to come as needy and insecure. So you have to be fun, gregarious, outgoing, funny, and enjoy that you're alone in a nightclub in a different city or a different place or even in your hometown, okay? If you're in your hometown, you've got other people that you probably know and you can talk to them. If you don't, here's the two ways that you do. You go up to groups of guys and girls introduce yourself, say, oh my God, like you know, my friends ditched me, can you adopt me? Or that's one I know from my buddy Grant. It's a great one. There's other ones you can do where it's like, you go up to them and say, oh my God, my friends ditched me, can, you know, and you pretend to call one of your homies back home, be like, can you tell him that this bar is really, really good? You know, he's in another bar, oh my God, you should come, and you know, you call one of your buddies back home. It's a funny experience. It's just an insight, it's just a joke, it's an opener. You get to talk to them, and, hey guys, where are you from, blah, 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 and they're like, oh, we're from Michigan, or this or that, Canada, or US, or this or that, or Europe. Hey, I'm from Australia, or this or that, wherever you're from, and just really try to build rapport. Now, how do you do that? You try to check off as many commonalities as possible. You do that, you're in. The second thing you're gonna do is start getting everyone's Instagrams. It's very important that you do this. You start to learn how to Instagram close guys and girls. Hey bro, what's your Instagram? I'm hosting a party next week. Hey bro, I'm hosting this event, you should come. Hey bro, let me grab your Instagram. I'll hit you up when I'm doing something fun and you can come join. Hey bro, I got a bunch of girls that you literally say anything to get anyone's Instagram. It's like, hey bro, or hey, let me get your Instagram. It's a girl. You say, I throw a bunch of parties. I'll invite you next time I have one, or I'll invite you and your girlfriends to come. Anything to get their Instagram. Now you want to be able to, this is why it's very important to have your Instagram on point, be able to talk to them and enjoy them, because you're going to have to build social capital from nothingness. This is nothingness. Now, there's other things that you can do simultaneously. You can go to a restaurant or a cafe over and over and over again and elicit the idea that we say the familiar face theory, okay? You go again and again and again, you get to know their names, you write their names down. I tell you every week to do this. You write their names down, you get to know them, you do this over and over again, they start to get to know you. You take them from where you've met them, you start to offer them experiences outside. So if you met them at work, you offer to go out to the nightclub because you know the people there. If you met them at a cafe, you say, oh, I've got an event coming up, you should come. You've got to be proactive. You can't be sitting in the sidelines just expecting this to happen. It does not happen. You have to be proactive. The second mindset is you have to take a genuine curiosity in people. This means that you actually have to give a shit about them and who they are and what they're about, not use them as a pawn in your little game. You have to care. You have to actually care. Okay? And you also have to do is you have to friend zone at least 4 to 5 girls. Using dating apps, using in person. This is the way that you're gonna build social capital that you do not have. Social capital is basically knowing a lot of people and using them to connect with other people. That's social capital. It's like, if I had a bunch of money, that money is going, if I put that in the right stock or the right investment, the right crypto, it's gonna make me a lot more money. So it's like the people that you have in your arsenal, the people that you have is your stocks, is your money, right? Is that, and you're gonna use that to get other people. So it's kind of like your soldiers or your army that you're using to get other people, okay? So you're gonna leverage that they've been there in the city for a long, long, long time, and you're gonna leverage the connections they've made because you're new to the city and you gotta hit this shit running, all right? Now, this is so important to befriend girls, so important. Okay, you may fuck them in the future, that's great. You may have a relationship with them, fantastic. But right now you're gonna befriend all of them so that you can hit them up, go to the club. Now you've befriended 2 or 3 girls. Now you can also hit up a couple of your boys that you've met through the experience of going to the nightclub, talking to the groups of guys and girls, right? And be like, hey bro, let's split a bottle, let's do that. $2,000, right? For a bottle, let's just say. Majority it's $2,000. If you split that between say 5 guys, even 4 guys is about $500 each, right? $500. Usually when I go out, when you add everything up, it adds up to about $400 anyway. If you get 5 guys, it's even less than that. It's about, you know, it's like 500, it's like 450, 400, you know, if you take taxes in that. If you get 6 guys and you got a bunch of girls, then it's even less, probably 200, 350. And it really, really does add up, because this is what you're gonna do. You know, you don't have to do this every single time, but what you can do is do this once. Then when you're hosting an event, you brought your girls, you've brought your guys, you've organized the event, right? How you do that is when you meet new people and you wanna organize shit, you put them in a group chat on Instagram. That's the way you do it. Hey guys, you gotta be proactive. You gotta be tenacious about this. Hey guys, I'm thinking about going out here. Who's down to do a pre-party at mine, which is your organizing events. And then we go to the club, get a bottle here, and we have a good sick night. Who's down? Boom, boom, boom. You see who's down. That's the way you do it. The second thing of that is that now that you're at the club, you've got a bottle, you've organized the event, or you even gone to the place and you've gone to a more exclusive place, right? Then you're using the social capital that you have at the club to get other people. So you bring, you know, girls back to the booth, IG clothes, and bring. If you can't do this over and over repeatedly, hey, come back to my booth. Build some rapport, build some commonalities, exchange Instagrams, exchange numbers, boom. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat until you've got now a huge social capital. These are the girls you hang out with. Now you're building your network, right? You're building it. You've gone from nothing to building something. Now there's ways you can leverage people such as barbers, real estate agents, people that like, you know, really are in the city. So like people that do pub crawls, you know, and you can really do that. But those people are good if you're staying in the city longer than a month or 2 months. They're the people to really know, they're the key players, right? Right now, if you want to make it instantly, this is the strategy that you're going to use. Now, if you're going to do this over a longer period, it's a little bit of a different strategy. Mindset number 4 is organizing events, being proactive, taking initiative. This is a fundamental thing that I see guys not do. You have to do that. The more, which comes into number 5, so number 4 and number 5 really work into each other, is the more time and energy and emotion you spend with someone, the deeper the friendship will be, okay? So instead of just using online to text people and this and that, you'll never develop a better relationship than in person. So the more times you can hang out with these people, the more emotions you can share with these people, the more energy you can share with these people, the better the relationship gets, the better the friendship gets, the better the connection gets, the deeper it gets. Now, this is fundamental, okay? So when you organize events, Poker Mondays, Taco Tuesdays, you do pre's at yours to go out to the club, you go to the club, the deeper the roots of the friendship will get, okay? So if you do this, if you go to a new city, or even in your city, you do this 4 or 5 months, you're gonna have an absolute posse of G's and hot girls that you're able to go out with. Then, rinse and repeat, you go after the girls that you like, as well as you befriend the high status G's, and you start getting Instagram content, you start getting